All right, guys, I'm back. All right, you guys ready? Also, guys, we're apparently one follower away from 1400 here on Twitch. So if you're lurking and you want to be that 1400, feel free to go ahead and follow. All right, guys, let's just jump into it. I don't really see a reason to stall on this one. Hi YouTube. I hope you're doing well. Nightmare Sarah, thanks so much for the follow. Congratulations on being number 1400, man. That's pretty awesome. Appreciate it, man. Hey, I was gonna say hi YouTube. I hope you guys are practicing that self-care. Welcome and welcome to the final episode of Nisemonogatari. I'm excited, man. That was a fucking build-up. That was an immediate build-up from 10 to 11. It was just like boom, like right. I was questioning 10. I was like, yeah, are we about to get another like another little thing, you know, another little episode 8 with the toothbrush? But apparently not. And now that I'm looking at her design and her yukata, isn't that a bird? Isn't that like a phoenix? Showing the channel worked. Guys, I appreciate you all. I hope you guys are practicing that self-care, and let's just go ahead and jump into it. It's the final episode of Nise. Let's go. Oh, if it'll load. All right, I'm giving it a couple seconds. Gonna let it load a little bit just because it be what it be.
シデノドリ、つまりはホトトギスの怪異じゃな。目には青葉、山ホトトギス初ガツオのホトトギスじゃ。連中はフェニックスなどと嘘吹いておったがの。このホトトギスには托卵という性質があるそうじゃな。他種の鳥の巣から親鳥が離れた時を見計らって巣にある卵を押し出して地面に落とし、そして代わりに自分の卵を産んでおき、他種の親鳥にその卵を温めさせ返させるのだそうじゃ。怪異としてのホトトギス、シデノドリの習性もやはりそれを引き継いでおるの。要は托卵じゃ。シデノドリは人間に托卵する。フェニックス、不死の鳥として子をはらんだ母親の体内に転生する。一般に知られておるフェニックスの伝説といえば、老鳥が燃え盛る炎の中にその身を投げ、炎の中より新たな生命として生まれ変わるというものじゃが、この場合、シデノドリにとっての炎とは、つまりは人間の母親ということじゃな。厳密に言うならば、今回シデノドリがついたのはお前様の妹子ではなく、お前様のご母堂ということになろう。お前様のご母堂が15年以上前に体内ならぬ体内に。
So then that's your sister. I'm just like, so that's you. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is so you've grown up with her. You've you know you shared everything with her. Yeah, with the phoenix bird thing. You know.
怪異を宿したということじゃ。
そして1年後に生まれたのが荒らぎ月日であり、生まれ変わったのがシデノドリ。
対極的に見て怪異としては無害の部類じゃよ。人に害をなすということはない。ただ偽物ということだけじゃ。そして不死身というだけじゃ。どのような怪我をしようと回復し、どんな病気もすぐ治癒し、寿命まで生き切る。そして死に、また転生する。そうやって現代まで生き続けてきたというわけじゃな。ホトトギスよろしくの。
real question is, does she even know this, right? And that's sort of what I'm getting at. Because 15 combo, you guys were clear. Because if she doesn't even know that she's this Firebird thing, then what danger was she doing at all? At the end of the day, that's still the person that you grew up with. They're still going to grow and die, and then, of course, the cycle starts over. But isn't that just a natural part of evolution in that cycle, i.e. naturalism in a way? Where... Yeah, we reached half. That's good, Masters. That's still good. You know, and that's sort of where my mind is at. Like, if this is a natural cycle that happens, and it happens time after time after time after time. The man. Zuki also reached half last episode. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But that's sort of what I'm getting at. Is this is an interesting, like, for example, if your siblings weren't aware that they were a fake, right? But you've seen them grow up. You've seen them, you've interacted with them. That's the only person that you've known, right? Are they really? Because at the end of the day, that's still your sibling. You've grown up with them, nothing's changed. They didn't know this, right? They're gonna grow up, grow old, die, and the cycle starts over again. It's a natural part of that cycle. That's such an interesting little thing. Yeah.
いや、実は僕にもわからないんだ。
True.
勉強の合間にミスタードーナツ買いに行って、帰ってきたらこうなってた。多分ダンプカーにでも当て逃げされたんじゃないかな。
それで兄ちゃんはここでバンをしてたってわけか。お疲れさん。でもそれじゃあ今日は全然勉強できなかったんじゃねえの？
まあな。
よし兄ちゃん、変わるよ。ここからは私のターンだ。パパとママが帰ってくるまで私が地獄の門番ゲルベロスを務めてやるよ。だから兄ちゃんは部屋に戻って少しでも勉強しときなよ。あれ、ところで月日ちゃんはどうしてんだ？
月日ちゃんはその時2階にいたらしくって、僕が帰ってくるまでは月日ちゃんがバンをしてたんだ。けどさすがに現場に居合わせただけあってショックが大きかったみたいでさ、今は2階で寝込んじゃってる。
Yeah, Ray.
月日ち
Yeah.
ゃんはあれで結構神経細くてナーバスだからな。
聞きたいこともあるだろうけど、ぐっすり寝入ってるみたいだからしばらくは起こさないでやってくれ。
あいあい。
カレンちゃん。
なんだよ兄ちゃん。
お前さ、僕のために死ねるか？
死ねるよ。だか
Oh.
ら何？
じゃあ月日ちゃんのためには死ねるか？
死ねる。笑いなが
Absolutely.
ら死んでやる。月日ちゃんは私の妹なんだ。当然だろ？
ああ、当然だ。僕だってお前たちのためなら死んでやるよ。何度でも何度でも不死身のドラキュラみてえに。
Immortal Dracula. That's a big house, though.
不死身ね。ヴァンパイアじゃなくフェニックスか。展開があまりにも突然すぎてついてけねえよ。
Araragi.
Hey.
What the fuck? Bro. It's like my dude was fucking hoping that it wasn't his sister. Araragi, what the fuck, dude? Like, my dude was literally like, I know, it's fucking Sweet Home Alabama Gagari here, dude. Like, he was waiting for this moment, dude. It's like the Alabama fucking intensifies, like. What the. Kudo Sensei, that still doesn't stop the fact that it's like, one, underage, right? Two, you have a partner. Three, this person grew up as your sibling. I've been relatively emotionally intelligent so far this episode, right? That's exactly why I was like, it's like he waited, right? He was like, maybe I will die for her. That's yeah. My sister's finally asleep. Oh.
Hey yo.
That's why I'm like, but that's also like, hey yo, if Senjugahara was here, Ara is 18. Yeah, they are blood related by mom. Oof. Is he 18 during this time period? Yeah, he took Sleeping Beauty a little too far. Oof, oof. 17, 18, 17, 18. Hold on. I actually just wondered if you married a childhood friend who lives with you, similar to a sibling, would that cross a... So it depends as to the context of that. Have they been living with you your entire life? If so, that's crossing a line. That's literally like boundary crossing in some way, shape, or form, right? If not, if it's a childhood friend, but even then, there's weird power dynamics at play. Like, that's the best way that I could put it. If any childhood friend is living with you, there's a weird parataxic distortion at play and there are weird power dynamics at play, which can literally be used as a form of abuse or a form of manipulation, which is why like tactics and stuff like that have to automatically like be stopped or talked about in any dynamic, in any situation like that. Why? Because individuals that are, first off, a form of manipulation is using home, using a sense of security, a safety, of propinkuri as a form of manipulation in that sense, which is why it's like, as opposed to like, hey, it's a childhood friend who lives next door and you guys like cook up. That's different because i.e. there's a safety line, there's a boundary line, there's other people that are like dealing with that, as opposed to the power dynamic that's already been built here, you know? Are you against Alabama? Is it bad? For me, here's the thing, Black Maestro. It shows that, like, in a realism sense, in a psychological sense, if he's crossing these lines, what other lines isn't he willing to cross, right, as a character? So yeah, that's why I'm like, and he's happy to cross these lines. Then why the fuck did you kiss her? If you felt nothing, you don't have what? Yeah, you don't. What? That's why I'm like, you had to kiss her in order to make sure that you didn't have. Yeah, you had to resort to that.
ドキドキもしねえし、嬉しくもねえ。お前やっぱり僕の妹だよ。
Had to test it, guys. Had to test it. Yeah.
月日ちゃん、僕はさ、お前のお兄ちゃんじゃなかった頃があるんだぜ。
どういうこと？
カレンちゃんの兄ちゃんじゃなかった頃もある。生まれてから最初の3年間、僕は一人っ子だったし、次の1年間。
Yeah, that's why I'm like, Bowsburg knows it too.
ようやく僕はお前のお兄ちゃんになったんだ。
そりゃ、まあ。
だけどな、月日ちゃん。荒らぎ月日は生まれた時からずっと僕の妹だったんだ。僕の妹で、カレンちゃんの妹だった。そうじゃなかった時はひとときもない。
You know, you could have monologued before you kissed her? You know, you could have woken her up and monologued about this and not gone for the kiss? My dude? How would he feel if Senjogahara or Hanekawa end up kissing, like, they're like siblings and shit? Could have just kissed her forehead, man. I know. That's why I'm like, what? What? You probably liked it, dude. Hey. If they, oh, yeah. Oof.
僕とのチューなんか数えるな。兄弟なんて。
Saggy, I actually looked at it.
お前やカレンちゃんと子供の頃に一体何回結婚の約束したもんかわかんねえぜ。
Adaragi just doing what Adaragi do, yeah?
バカみたい。そんな昔の ムコチコ。おい、
カレンちゃん。僕
Oh, that's a big
出かけてくるわ。
おー、いってらっしゃい。
ここはしっかり守ってろ。誰もいれんだろ。
任せておけ。兄ちゃんからの命令には絶対服従のカレンちゃんさ。行くのか、お前様よ。
ああ、行くよ。
どこへ、何をし
あいつらのところへ戦いに。
何のために。
妹のために。
それでお前様は
Everything.
何も得ないよ。時間を少し失うだけさ。
そうか、月日じゃったか。
あ
お前様の極小の妹が名前じゃよ。
ああ。
Hey, yo, we get feet in here for free? Hey, yo, we get feet in here for free? Hey, the author knew what he was doing. Wait a minute. Wait. For free? Patas.
名前覚えたのかよ。お前が人間の名前覚えるなんて珍しいな。
あれだけ激しく連呼されたらな。それに良き名じゃからな。
Dan Schneider moment.
そうか。
月というのが気に入った。
In this next episode of iCarly, we have when Spencer kisses iCarly and then goes on a monologue about how he felt nothing and that's her sister, and then proceeds to, oof, how strange enough with all the supernatural. Yeah.
太陽はわしの敵じゃが、
Yeah.
いろいろと恩恵を受けておる。ゆえにここでその恩返しを。
He's crazy Steve, so in character.
そっか。ありがとう。
礼には及ばん。
But also, hey, yo, power up, dude. Shinobu. Also, I'm sorry. With the queen like Shinobu, why wouldn't you be giving some blood and like literally, you know, you have a weird fucked up power dynamic there. She can roleplay any age you fucking want Arakun without being, well, I guess she kind of is blood related to you, right? In a technical sense where she sucks your blood, but like, you know, you have someone there, I guess, right? I guess, right? The only thing I know for real. That's true. That's true. She can play any age. True. Absolutely, Masters.
招かれざる客ちゅうとこやな。押野くんなら、いや遅かったね。待ちくたびれたよ。とでもほざきよるんやろけど、うちはあそこまで他人に対してオープンにはなれへんな。
押野はそもそも一度としてそんな殺気を出しませんでしたよ。
そうやろな。押野くんはそうや。そういうやっちゃ。ほんでどないするん？基本的にうちらもバトルはウェルカムや。わかりやすいしな。暴力賛成やが、幸いお互い人間と怪異のコンビやねんし、うちと踊れ、旧ハートアンダーブレードちゃんと世継ぎちゃん。
Yeah, that's gonna go wonderful.
対戦カードはええんかな？ん？不満か？なんならうちと旧ハートアンダーブレード、世継ぎと踊れっちゅう組み合わせでもええんやで。偽物とはいえ、踊れの妹ぶっ飛ばした実行犯は世継ぎなわけやし。
いや、最初の方でいいよ。
よし、では小娘、わしらは下じゃ。2階にわしらのバトルにふさわしい部屋がある。そこで思う存分戦おうではないか。年季の違いというものを思い知る。
You see, like, who wouldn't want to be stepped on by Shinobu? I'm sorry. This age Shinobu or Kiss Shot under, like, you know, I'm sorry, man. That's all we gotta say is, like, my man Arakun had fucking choices. He had fucking choices. But also the fact that they're fighting in a realm, dude. They're fighting in an environment. I just want her donut hoodie. Like, the fact that they're fighting in a environment where they're most familiar with, or where they spent a majority of time in, like, that's awesome. That's cool. I know. Senjo?
そこまでパワーアップしたところで、未だあなたは僕より下だ。敬老の日はまだ1ヶ月ほど先だけど、老骨に鞭打ってまで僕に年季の違いを思い知らせて。
Your tired old body. Ooh.
せっかくだから付き合ってあげるよ。
I said with the post look.
僕は決め顔でそう言った。資料も文献もろくに残存しておらん極東のマイナー妖怪も二度と決め顔などできなくしてやるわ。ちょっと老人介護のボランティアに行ってくるよ。お姉ちゃん、僕は決め顔でそう言った。
影縫さん、あなた押野とはどういう関係なんです？
There's a lot of beef for no. Bro, this is like those fucking fights in like high school where they just look at each other really mean and they fucking despise one another and they're just like talking trash and they don't even know one another. They never actually talk to one another. It's just the way that they like one time looked at one another crossing the fucking hallway and they just from that point on they decided, hey, I fucking hate this person. We're gonna talk shit. Like, what? There's a lot of beef for absolutely no fucking reason. They could have just been like, hey, let's go fucking fight it out. Yeah, dude, whatever.
あなたはご存知なんですか？
なんやいな。押野くん、あの子まだアロハとか着とん？ただのキャラ作りやと思っとったけど、そこまで行くとも何がしかの強い信念とかがあるんかもしれへんな。いや、別に言うほどのことやあらへんよ。
Oh, dude, I hope Oshino comes back at some time.
押野くんと海輝くんは大学時代の同
They all went to the same university. They were all classmates. What the fuck happened? What? This is more of a fucking interesting story, man. What the fuck happened? I don't know. Like, hey, this is... Only knew her names. How old is Oshi? Yeah, dude, they're all like...
押野はともかく怪奇だと。怪奇って怪奇亭主。
そうそう、海輝くん。同じ学科で同じサークルでもう一人先輩を交えてよう4人将棋とかやって遊んだったわ。
そのサークル将棋研究会だったんですか？
いやいや、オカルト研究会。ちゅうかまあ、踊れの妹がうちらの獲物や言うて親切に教えてくれたんがそもそも海輝くんなんやけどな。
That kind of makes sense. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. It's just the end. I'm not gonna lie. That actually kind of makes sense. Well, it is. It is the ending, Magister of Bocchi. We finally finished Bocchi, so Bocchi is, and it is the ending of Nisemonogatari. Kaiki just straight up sold out some info, made some money, and then stole money from Arakun, or got money from Arakun to give him like minimal information. Yeah, that's a business deal, dude.
影縫さん、僕は妹の味方だよ。
その妹は偽物や。本物の妹やない。本物や思ってた妹が実は偽物や言うて知ってもても。
Yeah, but fake is real than real, dude.
その妹を愛せるんかいな。
愛せるさ。むしろこれまで以上に愛してやる。義理の妹なんざ燃えるだけだろうが。愛せるさ。
I just want to make sure I read that right.
むしろこれまで以上に愛してやる。義理の妹なんざ燃えるだけだろうが。
You know what? Whatever motivates you, Arara-kun. I'm just glad that you have some sort of extrinsic motivation here. Whatever motivates you, bro. That's why I'm like, hey, whatever priorities, man. Whatever the fuck motivates you to go kick some ass, dude. I'm just gonna say go for it at this point.
Dude, you could throw a kick. Oh, then what about kicks? Front kicker, dude. And she did it first. Of course. Oh, fuck.
She could do that to me and I'd say thank you. I wish she would step on me, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I would love to fight her, but she seems like a dommy mommy that would just fucking ruin me, man. I'd go into fucking critical depth for her. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. I'd fucking pull out all my credit cards right now and just fucking go hard. Like, her fighting's pretty good, dude. That was a good front kick and an axe kick coming down. You know, I kind of want more. With Bochi, no, same, dude. Kill me with the rock, yeah. These, hey, don't, yeah, nightmare. Don't. We all know it, bro.
せやから会議で不死に偽物の妹を許容することができるかもしれへん。せやけど、会議ともなんとも関係あれへん。他の家族はどないやねん。例えばカレンちゃん言うたか？踊れのもう一人の妹は自分の妹が会議や言うて知って踊れと同じことが言えるんか？
Probably because it's still the same person that they've known since the very beginning. Take the supernatural context out of this, right? And just say that they're fighting over a person, right? Because, say, baby swap or something like that. Guess what? They grew up with this person. This is the person that they've bonded with. Attachment, propinquity, all of that. More than likely, people are still going to say the exact same thing because they don't know anything outside of that realm of thought. You know, she's living in, like, presupposes what could have been rather than what the reality of the situation is. It already happened. It's already a little too late for a scenario like this. Right? Which is interesting. Some people can't accept that, though, no? I have to ask, and this will be... it's pretty well done. Are they invalid? Mods, can you guys check that out real quick? See if they shouldn't be. But I think, hold on. Yeah, because I know that right now we're in like the thing for whatever. It's invalid. All right, do you mind putting in here the link? I would appreciate it, so that way Sullen, when sober, can go ahead and whatever the link may be. There you go. Feel free. I'll go ahead and copy that, so that way we can go ahead and get that. Guys, if you guys want to join our Discord server, feel free. Araragi is very accustomed with getting along with supernatural beings. With the concept of Araragi would be confused by the concept of having a non-human family member. Yeah, that's all I was saying. That one probably works at the moment. So this is why I'm like, Yeah, we'll get it working soon again as the other one. So give us a second. But I appreciate it, man. Thanks for being open to that. And also, in some cultures, not all people are that accepting. But how would you know, Saggy? For example, how would you know that your mom is your real mom and not a phoenix bird? If they don't even know. That's the real question. How would they know, other than for the fact that she wants to come in and wreck house, which is probably why Oshino didn't come in and do anything, right? Call me Jonestly. Sounds good, Jonestly. Appreciate it. We might all be monsters in some way, shape, or form, you know, but it's like that family dynamic could have been at peace into the moment that, like, you know, someone, for example, even in a therapeutic setting. We'll put it like this, right? Let's say that the mom confesses to me that the child is not the father's, right? I, as a therapist, am in no way, shape, or form in a position to go ahead and break the power of family dynamic present there. All I can do is ask questions like, okay, so why not? What's going on? Whatever, right? Because sometimes what's already been established, right, and normalized inside of a family unit is up to them to discuss and figure out together, and not from an outside force to come in and try and like spew elements of like indecision or questionative or break apart the family dynamic or the power dynamic present. I am no way a judge, executioner, or anything like that, right? And I think Oshino, in a way, if I was in Oshino's mind, that's if I was in Oshino's mind, I'd probably react the same way. Hey, they've already gotten accustomed to this, the natural part of like this thing's evolving thing, like, you know, cycle, and they probably already became accustomed to it. Who am I to go in there and say something when they don't even know it? They themselves don't even know that they're a part of it. So yeah. Has he always been a werewolf all of his life? If so, that's the only brother that I know. I'd be like, oh shit, that's cool. But that still doesn't change the interpersonal attachments you have with them. Finding out that true, Bowsberg, true. I would think it's cool. People who do that probably think they're empaths. People who like try to interfere in people's things to feel, yeah, no, oof. She doesn't cause enough problems to unbalance things. Absolutely right. And it'd be more of an imbalance to go under an imbalance of family and power dynamic at play than it would be to just let things right out. Because at the end of the day, what, she'll still age. Yes, she'll die in her physical form, and then she'll be reborn again. So that's sort of what's interesting in this thing. It's like they're all acting in some certain way, shape, or form of justice. So I'll throw this question on to you. Yeah, she herself doesn't even know she's a supernatural being. So I'm throwing this question on to you. If you guys were in Oshino's shoes, would you guys interfere? Or if you guys were like in an exorcist's shoes or something like that, would you guys interfere in a dynamic like this? Would you guys find it sufficiently important to interfere? Why or why not? She's definitely out of a cart. Nah, I don't care. Yeah? That's sort of why I'm throwing that question back at you guys, because I'm like, what would you guys do? I think I would only go for the ones that kill people. I mean, removing the sister means I'm balancing Ara-Ara-kun, who's the center of the supernatural, people like Kanbaru's. Yeah. No, if one of their family members had supernatural knowledge, I'd probably want to tell them, but I wouldn't interfere more than that. Nor foreseeable harm, so no. If the family's not in danger, it should be fine. That's a good response, Nightmare. React to this video, Grand Mage to Facebook. Not at the moment, man. Appreciate it. Maybe later. I consider my purpose to kill immortal beings, and I'd probably do that. But once again, I'm asking you personally. I'm not asking whoever's like, would you do that? Why or why not? You know, would you be more of a balancer? Or would you just go for it? And if so, would you be willing to take in the hatred of everyone else around you for unbalancing stuff? And what would make you consider people evil? At what point does something become evil, and why? You know, those are deep questions that I think need to be asked. That's some sort of bad pass with immortal beings that she's projecting. Oh, I personally don't care much. Saggy, yeah, you're like, dude, whatever. It is what it is. I love you, dude. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so I'm like, if I were in her position, I don't know. I don't think I would. Like,
what father? Because you're not involved, clearly, bro.
それは踊れが一番分かっとるやろ。それとも人ならぬ身で正義の味方でも目指すんかい。ファイヤーシスターズやったっけ。けど不死身の化け物が人間に対してどれほど傲慢でどれほど残酷になれるか、それも踊れが一番よく分かっとるよな。そうなる前に始末をつけたるんがうちらの。
When I said I could totally see a hole in Ada-kun, this is not what I meant by it. This is a... What the fuck, dude? But also, hey, you're kind of wrong in that because Ada-kun has adapted in his own way, shape, or form, dude. Like, Ada-kun has, even in his own way, shape, or form, you know, he has totally made, like, his social circle exclusionary towards, like, or inclusionary, a whole new hole just dropped. Inclusionary to a bunch of, like, other individuals in a similar boat. So can people adapt? Yeah, that's what people do. We adapt to or change to our surroundings. Yeah, this fight scene goes a little hard. Oh, mommy. He may be screwed later, but then you still adapt to that, Guro-sensei, as an individual.
そうかそうか。まあしかし見せ場はこのお姉ちゃんに譲っとき。旧ハートアンダーブレード、ほんだらうちと踊れらで決勝戦と行こうか。ん
いや、戦わない。それに決勝戦じゃとおかしなことを言うでないぞ人間。我が主様はまだうぬごときには負けてはおらん。そうじゃろお前様よ。
そうだよ、僕はまだ負けていない。
Hey, yo.
まだあなたに屈してなんかいない。あなたの拳にもあなたの言葉にも僕は全く納得なんてしていない。
言うとるやろ。踊れがどんな価値観持とうとどんな正義感持とうと勝手やけれど、そんな理想を他人に押し付
The same can be said to you. What you talking about? Don't force those ideals to other people. Kaka, dude, what the fuck? I feel like Oshino would come and just fucking mop the floor, dude. A hypocrite.
けんなや。
他人じゃねえよ。他人じゃありません。家族です。家族には僕は理想を押し付けますよ。家族なんだから嘘もつきます。騙します。迷惑もかけます。面倒もかけます。借りを作ることもあるでしょう。
At some point, yeah.
恩を返せないこともあるでしょう。でもそれでいいと思ってます。影の井さん、正義の味方さん、偽物であることが悪だというなら、その悪は僕が背負います。偽ることが悪いことなら、僕は悪いやつでいいんです。好感度なんかいらねえよ。僕は最低の人間でいい。お兄ちゃん、あいつがそう呼んでくれるなら、僕は全てそれでいい。
性悪説か。高校生なら性善説くらい知っとるやろ。中国の哲学者孟子の思想や。人は生まれながらにして善性を有するっちゅうあれや。性善説が理想論やとするなら、性悪説は現実論や。人間の本質は欲望である。人間は欲望に支配されとるっちゅう身も蓋もない純子の思想やね。 人は生まれながらにして悪性を持つ言うねんな。
生まれながらに悪。
そう。故に人が善行をなすならば、それは本性ではなく偽りによるしかない。そうカッパした。偽りであり、偽物であり、
Real philosophy
偽善によ
incorporated.
るしかないと。
偽善。
義、つまりは仁や。善はもとより全て偽善であり、だからこそそこには善であろうという意図がある。中世な。これは解決。
Which is funny because as a psychologist, we don't really care about good or evil. Those are just labels that you put on yourself, right? Like, for example, the moment that you start classifying things as good or evil, that's when the questions start coming in as to why, right? The concept as to what is fundamental good or what is fundamental evil, not important in psychology. In our sense of the field, and a good therapist will not be like, this is fundamentally good, this is fundamentally evil. No, it's about like when we're in session and you start using those labels, it's why are you using those labels? What does it mean for you to be evil? And why is it of importance for you? Is it? Or is it something that you decide, right? Because at the end of the day, how are you coping through some scenarios, for example, of living in the gray? Right? And so on and so forth. Like, for example, and what shape, form, what, way, shape, or form is affecting your psyche or your mental health or your ability to cope with others or your ability to relate to others or your ability to go ahead and like form attachments, right? Even through a sociological imagination or through Bronfenbrenner's ecological theory, if we were to break this down in a sense of like, hey, you know what? This person believes that like is only dealing in absolutes. You know what that creates? Insane cognitive distortions. We're talking about an individual who like it's their way or their highway or a lot of things. Ethics is so damn vague and subjective, even within philosophy, and any attempt to give a clear ethical theory that can be applied to anything never really works. Which is, it's always interesting, because the way that I'm taking it in is like, if I had all these characters in session, I'm asking them, right? The moment that they start coming through with like certain labels, it's like, but why? Why do you label yourself as such? And what does it mean for you to be in a scenario like this, where you're trying to go ahead and label yourself as this area of importance? If selfishness is evil, then we're all evil. But what if some people thrive in that selfishness, to live happily and mix with society regardless then? I mean, psychology and sociology. Well, psychology is to deal with the mental health of an individual and how they're able to go ahead and cope with their problems, right? Cope with issues, identify their labels, identify themselves. It's essentially how you are able to go ahead and like interact not only with yourself, but with others. That's why it's Yeah. That's why I'm like, it's an interesting conversation to have in that of itself. So for example, if we were to break it down, how do you guys label yourselves? What labels do you have for yourselves and why? And are you ethically good? Do you feel like you're ethically good? Or do you feel like you're ethically evil in that sense, right?
キ君が昔よう言っとった思考ゲームやねんけどな。
Ciao.
本物とそれと全く同じ区別もつかんような偽物とどっちの方が価値があると思う？
Ethically based.
偽物。
これに対するうちの答えは当然本物の方が価値がある。
But why?
やった。押野くんはどう価値や言うとったかな？
Yeah, because Oshino-kun's a fucking beast.
こない言うとったわ。偽物の方が圧倒的に価値があるってな。そこに本物になろうという意志があるだけ、偽物の方が本物よりも本物だ。海輝くんはな、どうしようもない小悪党のくせに言うことだけはかっこええんや。まあ強いて言うなら、それが今回の件からうちらが得るべき教訓っちゅうとこか。10年越しの教訓やけどな。
That's what I'm saying. In a scenario like this, I feel like she's throwing off the balance. And like Oshino has a point, and Kaiki does have a point in this scenario, right? In terms of adaptability, in terms of everything, there are a lot of people in our lives who, yeah, Kaiki's, oof, Which weird. It's kind of fits its theme. Yeah, dude. As much as without the weird shit, it'd still be fucking amazing. With the weird shit, it's Monogatari. You know.
帰るで。うちらの負けや。
影縫さん。
しらけたわ。うちらは帰る。こんなけったいな気分にさせられたら、どつき合いしよういうテンションにならん。アンリミテッドルールブック。鳥はとっても素鳥は取るな。踊れの妹はうちらの正義の例外いうことにしといたる。存在的にメンターな踊れがせいぜい導いたれや。
Yeah, please pay the house reparations.
最初からうちとのバトル、どっか本気やなかったよな。
本気じゃないって。
さっきを肝心とかやなかったぞ。手抜いとったわけやないんやろけど、正直あれはあれで気抜けたわ。
もしも僕から殺気を感じなかったというなら、あなたが僕を人間扱いしてくれたからですよ、影縫さん。言ったでしょ、お互い人間と怪異のコンビだって。この状態の僕を人間と呼んだのは今まで推しの一人だけなんです。だから僕の方こそあれで気が抜けていた。変な気分にさせられてしらけてしまった。そう、あのアロハのおっさんを相手にしていた時のように。
うちとしたことが着せずして大篠君とキャラが被ってもうたか。やってもたちゅう感じやな。情けない。ほんだら最後には大篠君なら絶対に言わへんやろっちゅう。
Oh, please, I miss Oshino, dude.
さようなら。
As a probably saggy by his own definition that he just like would never say. I was gonna say, yeah, Oshino just dips. I'm gonna be leaving sometime soon. I'm not gonna say goodbye. I'm just gonna leave.
またキスされるんじゃないかと身構えてたけど、さすがにそんなことしないか。おはよう、おかえり。どこ行ってたの？
おう、実はお前のために怪物みてえな人間と人間みてえな怪物と戦ってきたんだよ。
へえ、そりゃお疲れ様のありがとう。あんま無理しないでね。
無理させろよ。好きでやってんだから。
知ってる知ってる。お兄ちゃんは私たちが大好きなんだよね。
勝手に言い訳すんな。お前らなんか大嫌いだよ。夏休み明けにさ、僕の彼女を紹介してやるよ。
え？何それお兄ちゃん、彼女いたの？
うん、実は5月あたりから。
プラチナムカつく。
余計なことチクんじゃねえぞ。
That's kind of sus, bro. That's kind of sus, Ararakun. I love the fact that you had a deep, like, actually, like, hey, you know, like, a meaningful connection, you know, and you're like, if you have to tell your sister that, oh, no. Also, short hair Senjo, I know. Don't tell her about, like, you know, anything she doesn't need to know. Like, I'll bribe you type wink, wink, you know, like, hey.
Wait a minute. Oh, this is why I like this show, man. It's so...
とりあえずは自分の部屋に戻って着替えるとしよう。いろいろやってるうちにすっかり夜も更けてきたことだし、気の利いた化け物はそろそろ引っ込む自分である。
Oh, no way. Is that really how it ends? Oh, okay. Well, what a good way to fucking close this chapter. Let me go ahead and finish my thoughts real quick, and then I'll let the ending play. But I do want to say is that was fun. Oh, there's post credits. Okay, hold on. That was really fun. Like, that was like 3 episodes, 4 episodes, but it was fun. Like, it wasn't like something that felt like it dragged on forever. It was just like, here's the fun parts. Here's what's going on. You know, like, here's how we're improving. This is sort of the plot. And like in 3-4 episodes, it managed to do something that, yeah, it was good. It was good. Of course, the only odd thing was like that I could see a lot of like normie people. First off, how do, because I'm assuming that like, I know how to say this. A lot of people are into the series because it's very heavy in terms of the wording it uses and whatnot, right? Which is 101 words that are thrown out there. Beautiful, excellent. Don't even get me wrong. But for the ones that how do I put it? Like action sequences, I feel like they have a hard time with this series. Nisa's the reason I can't recommend this, but I love it. Nightmare same. I can't be like, yo, you should check out Nise. Because a lot of the people I work with are like, they'll probably be like, you know, after episode 8. But yeah, dude, like, I'm assuming it has a following. It definitely has a base, but also like, how is it in terms of like people that dislike the show? What are some of the critiques that they actually have for it? 2-week break after episode 8. Yeah, it can be a lot. It can be a lot for people. The dialogue and the presentation's awesome. The way that they actually use images and colors to tell stories amazing. Unfortunately, it's a high wall that normies have to put. Yeah. Besides fan service, sure, yeah. I like the series with a lot of dialogue and get bored by shows with a lot of action, so I want to fully immerse myself. I'm waiting till I'm like... Too much dialogue is what I hear. The rest of the series fucking amazing, top tier content. Oh, I'm sure. It doesn't get old, which is good. That's good. Monogatari is the anime you recommend to people who have seen all genres of anime. I feel like the shot composition is flat. Most of the show feels like single static shots while with talking and not a lot of animations of specific scenes, which I actually enjoy, you know, because sometimes you have a lot of CGI, or sometimes you get a lot of like randomness. Yeah, there's subtext and puns being lost in translation. Oh, I'm sure there is. I think that's why you need like a good mastery of the language for some of that, right? If you watch Monogatari and then Made in Abyss, then you can watch anything. I have a feeling. Also, it's pushing my boundaries for what I find like, oh, they're doing some sexual stuff. Like before, I would freak out for some stuff in like Mushoku Tensei, and now looking back at it, I'm like, oh, whatever. Anime moment, whatever, dude. You know, but like, you know, this has completely pushed my tolerance for like sexual scenes and whatnot, like by a lot. And I think the only thing lost in adaptation is very crafty exposition that's really amplified the writing quality. Yeah, yep. I watched Bakken Monogatari and like, yeah, my thing is, I don't know, so far I'm liking it. It's pretty good. You can watch anything now. That's exactly how I'm feeling, Saggy. I can pretty much watch anything now that's not hentai on Twitch. I watched Pokemon Monogatari when I was in high school and haven't really watched it for years. I recommended it to my good friend in college and showed the first episode while we were in school. Had to close the episode in the first few seconds. Oh no. I saw it. I'm struggling, man. It's taking me a hot minute. It's taking me a hot minute to get past some stuff. Guys, yeah, I'm gonna do a full analysis and review of Metamorphosis. For those of you guys that don't know, it is a very, very infamous doujin hentai. It's been recommended to me literally just like, yeah. Mono's second season will be incredible once you get some amazing psychology, whereas Nice is more philosophical. That's exactly how it felt. It felt like very philosophical, like talking about ethics in general. Some people can't handle the spice. True. Tried to get them to watch Bakken, they couldn't get past that. I love Mushoku Tensei and other anime, but I could never show it to my parents because of stuff analysis. Because of stuff like this. Yeah. I mean, it'd be really hard to get like some older people into this because some stuff like that. A full analysis on what? Yeah, Metamorphosis. Not Kafka's. I'm talking about the other one. What's up, Alex? How you doing? How y'all doing? Show them Bochi instead. Honestly, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. But with that, guys, I think Nisa flew by in the aspects, or at least like the second half of Nisa flew by because of those aspects. The first half was a little bit of a setup in order for the second half, but still interesting. Nonetheless, really, really interesting. I'm kind of curious as to where this show's going to go. Are we going to focus more on the interpersonal dynamics? Like the actual dynamics of people at play, Hanekawa, Senjo, like how their relationships are starting to build? Or are we just going to like zoom out again? Like into other people? And that's sort of where my mind is at. Like, are we actually going to start zooming into like what these relationships start to apply to one another and the way that they're actually going to start to affect one another because of the choices that Ara Arakun is making? Or are we just going to completely zoom out? I'm curious, guys, but let me know how was your journey with Nise? What are your guys' thoughts? And what's your favorite show in the series? What is your watch order for the Monogatari series? Anyways, let's listen to the ending and let's get to it. Oh shit, yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Honestly, if you make that video, I'll fucking watch it, man. I'll probably get to agree with the majority of your points. Follow your soul. When we watched it, not even in high school. Aww. Oh, bro, Sencho. With short hair. I love it. Was that it? No! No! Alright, everyone. Let's give some love and support to Sundai here for keeping all of these videos in order for us, for like helping us out. Drop some Doritos for Sundai, for quite literally keeping everything organized for us. Thank you, Sundai. Your videos always come in handy in making sure we have like good subs and all of that. I appreciate it, mate. You're an absolute wonder and joy, and we did it. Nise is now in the books. Nise is now in the books. In the books, ladies and gentlemen. A big up to Sundai. Sundai is goated, ladies and gentlemen. Sundai is really, really fucking goated. Whew. Whew. I can't even believe that we actually finished it, man. I'm like kind of in shock. Kind of in shock. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of in shock, like, oh shit, we actually finished it. Also got something. Fuck, give me a second now. Ooh, Mono Season 1. Wait, what do you mean Mono Season 1? When's the next one? Episode 12, I think. Wait, what do you mean? Yeah, we take like a couple weeks for a break and then we just jump right back into it. But that's sort of what we did with Monogatari going into this one, going into the other one, then